Well, since we had our very decent start to the season, after that we sort of picked up a lot of inconsistent form, struggling to win games in a row. So hopefully it starts getting good again from now. Hello, welcome to Club 3, part 14 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our Champions League fixture against Manchester United and our league match against Atletico Madrid. So, the form since the last episode, which feels like quite a long time ago. I mean, to be fair, it was. It was the Monaco first Champions League game by Real Madrid. Since then, not been not been in the best of form. The Champions League has been going all right. We've beaten the likes of Liverpool. We beat them quite comfortably 3-0. We beat Dynamo 2-0. We did lose against Benfica 2-0, which is unfortunate. Then we also lost against Napoli, so it wasn't the best. The league form has been absolutely horrible, only managing to pick up the one win since the last step. So that is absolute hideous. I didn't realise it was that bad. Jesus Christ, is that all the games we've won since that 2-0 win against Getafe? We haven't won a league game for absolute ages, and that Pamplona. Oh my god. That's probably sackable form. We're not close to being sacked, but that is that's quite horrendous, that. But we did beat Pamplona. We are through to the second round of the Spanish Cup, which that 10-0 win might have breeded, got players a little bit more confident because they're not bad players. We just need to get out of this inconsistent form, and hopefully that win against Pamplona we can go on and build from there. Obviously, if we lose both of the games, we're back to square one again. But this is the league table at the moment. So we're currently lying 13th in the table. Only 11 points. I mean, we are pretty far from the relegation zone. I'm still very much looking up at the Champions League spots, which we are only 9 points behind Atletico Madrid and Valencia. So if we can get up there, that's only 3 wins. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll definitely be up there by the end of the season. But this is the Champions League phase at the moment. We've played 5 games. We've won 3, drawn 2, 9 points on the board. We're currently in 6th. We've currently played a game more than everyone else. Don't know why. I presume it's probably something to do with our winter break and when it is, but that's what I'm leaning towards, but it doesn't really make any sense to me. But we're in a good spot. Hopefully we can try and beat Man United, who do currently sit in 8th position. So this is the lineup for our match against Man United. It is Sissoko in goal, a back for Boateng, Dervas, Maidment and Leno. Vermeeren at the base of the midfield, then in ahead of him, we've got Belotta and Hernandez. We've got Sergio on the right. Who's Gonzalo? I was going to say Gonzalez, but we don't have a Gonzalez in the squad. We've got Pablo Garcia. Then we've got Vitor Roque out front. We have been struggling with some injuries in recent matches. Costa Silva's going to be out for another 6 weeks. Prente's going to be out for just 9 days. He is wanted by our side. I don't have any intentions of selling him. There is one player wanted who I wouldn't mind trying to sell. That's Lee Chong. Obviously, he's not great. I know he's only a backup, but if Aston Villa make a bid for him, I won't be afraid to accept it, even if we do make a slight loss on him. But I think we could definitely upgrade the right back area, which the board have given us some transfer funds due to our brilliant finances. They've given us at least 40 million minimum to spend in the January transfer window. So I reckon there's going to be some business done. Not a lot, but I'm anticipating. I reckon we'll bring in at least one player if Lee Chong goes. So we might potentially bring in a couple more players on top of that. So we're talking at least a maximum 3 players. I won't do any more than that, and obviously any leftover funds from January will probably go towards next season. We'll try and do what we did end of last season, where we spent a bit ahead got ready for the summer. Those loan players at the moment, they're doing quite well out on loan, so we might potentially they might be room for. I wouldn't consider recalling them from loan just yet, but if they do progress well, I think they might potentially be room for them in the first team squad next year. Obviously, the left winger Alberto Barrera is already in the first team squad, so he'll be in line for some competition for places next season. And alongside Sergio, the centre back, that's going to be confusing. We've got Sergio as a right winger, then we'll have a Sergio as a centre back. Just need to have a 9 more Sergios so we can fulfill a starting 11 with just the name Sergio, which I don't think is difficult to do, considering the fact we're in Spain and most people are probably named Sergio. That'd be quite some achievement if we could do that. Which hopefully I don't end up doing that, but you never know what could happen. But hopefully we can try and sign some top class players because the squad is decent. It's not we don't have a world class squad. We probably just I'd say our squad is more suited to the Europa League, which is what I was hoping for that we were going to be in. But no, we got qualified into the Champions League, and it's going pretty well so far. We're half an hour into our game against Man United, and it's still goalless. Man United, by far, I'd say the better team so far in today's game, but obviously they haven't had a goal to show you that. But hopefully we can try and get into half time. Ideally goalless, but I think Man United are potentially knocking on the door, and Doak does rip in the corner, giving away a penalty. What is that for? Why have we given away a penalty? I don't really see a shove, but it's a penalty box. There's going to be a little bit of argy-bargy in there, but no, we don't get away with it, and the penalty has been given. Who's Adam Wharton steps up to take for Manchester United. Sissoko dives the complete wrong direction. I was going to say he's been brilliant at penalties this season, made a couple of decent saves so far, but this isn't one of them. But we are probably going to head into halftime with a 1-0 deficit, which not ideal at all, considering I don't know where this will put us in the table. This will drop us down into 10th. I mean, I just want to be honest, I just want to get through to the knockouts. I'm not concerned where we finish in the league phase. As long as we finish inside the top 24, that would be absolutely spectacular. And judging by our final 2 league phase games, I think that is completely possible. And I don't know I can't remember who we got. But I think our last league phase game is against Shamrock Rovers, and I think our 7th league phase game is against Apoel. Whether or not both of them are in the next episode, that remains to be seen. I suspect it probably just the last league game, because I reckon it's probably going to head right down to the wire, possibly, judging by how tight it really is. But Sissoko has got the ball. If we can get an equaliser today, if we can just get a draw from this game, that would be lovely. Boateng did lose the ball. He lost the ball again. That is just absolutely ridiculous. I thought he's meant to be a decent right back, but he hasn't really done much this season. But he's just been very tired all of a sudden. I don't know if we're playing him too much, but Man United have put the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-0, and I think that's probably the game very much done and dusted for them. I don't really see us getting back into this game, albeit we are on a balanced mentality. Let's move up to a positive, see if that makes a little bit of a difference. So if we can get a goal, ideally within the next 10 minutes, that would be great. Hernandez has got the ball out to Boateng. Can we just get the ball upfield for Mirin? Down to Boateng. Plays the ball back to Dervas. I'm not sure if that was the right option, but can we just try and get the ball into the box? Leno really cross it. I'm hoping he does. Hernandez, come on, Leno. Somebody get their head onto it. Rocky I think he got his head onto it, but unfortunately, I think he probably hit the crossbar. I thought it was a save from the goalkeeper, but no, don't think it touched him. But we are going to make a couple changes. Garcia's having an absolute shocker. So Bernal is kind of come on, and I think Vermeeren also makes way for no one because we don't have a central midfielder, don't have a defensive midfielder on the bench. Do we actually? We've got Furman on the bench, who is retiring at the end of the season, but that's nothing really to bother and worry about in the January transfer window. I mean, if we could get him gone, that'd be great, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Leno also makes way for Atta Signore, who hasn't been great this season. I don't think he leaves in January. I think Senior probably does leave in the summer because he just hasn't been. When he comes on, he's just been absolutely awful. Gives the ball away far too often. I mean, too much for my likings. Anyway, most of the time when he does give the ball away, it does often lead to a goal, which isn't ideal. And then Simba has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-0 to Manchester United. This has been an absolute horrid of a display, absolutely hideous. I mean, look at the stats. Usually it's the opposite way. Usually we're dominating the stats and losing, but no, we have not been. We have not played well at all today. I don't know why it is. I don't know whether it's just had an international break. I don't know if that's playing a factor, but no, this has just been absolutely. It's probably been one of our worst games ever because there's been some games we've lost this season, but we've created at least like 20 shots and have like at least 10 on target. But today has not been one of them games. We just have not looked like scoring at all, and that could have been 4-0 to Manchester United. We really need to improve after this game if we want to have any chance of trying to at least finish or maybe try and have a bit of a fight to finish inside the top 8, but I think we are going to just very much go through to the playoff round. But yeah, that's not a great result, not a great performance at all. We need to be better. Hopefully, we can try and get back to winning ways, albeit we have had a league win, so hopefully we can get back-to-back league wins with a win against Atletico Madrid. The lineup for our match against Atletico Madrid will be Sissoko in goal, back four of Lee Chong, Dervas, Guga, Leno, Vermeeren at the base of the midfield, and ahead of him we've got Furman and Hernandez. Smiris out on the right hand side, Pablo Garcia on the left, then we've got Michael Jensen up front. Come on lads, let's hopefully put out a much better performance because that game against Man United, let's just forget that ever existed because I honestly thought Man United easy team. We're gonna absolutely run rings around them, but no, it turned out to be the opposite of that. They were absolutely smashed us. I'm not gonna say Man United are going to win the league, but you never know. But I mean, we beat Liverpool 3-0. I thought Man United were going to be a similar sort of opponent, but no. I mean, to be fair, when we were playing Liverpool, we were in decent form. Now we're not in decent form and just struggling, very much struggling to pick up wins. I mean, this season, just the league in general has been absolute weird. San Sebastian on top of the league, Barcelona down in third, Real Madrid not even in the Champions League places. I think they're down in seventh. They might even be a little bit lower than that. So it's been a bit of a weird season this year. But Linchong has got the ball, and hopefully we can try and go on some form of attack. And Garcia is in space. He has a shot. I think he was hoping somebody would try and get on the end of that, but that was a very careless effort. But it's a still great chance, but should have done much better. Potentially should have cut inside onto his right foot because he is right-footed. I know he's not. He's left-footed, so maybe yeah. I can sort of see why he had the shot on, but it was just a really, really tight angle. If he had taken it inside a little bit more, yeah, it would have been a much better angle to shoot from. But none of us has got the ball. If we can try and get at least one goal before half-time, which we do have 13 left remaining on the clock. We've got Smiris on the ball. Now to Vermeeren. This is looking fairly positive. If we can try and get the ball into the box, Smiris, Jensen puts the ball into the back of the net to make us 1-0 nil up against Atletico Madrid. We've been 1-0 up. We've been in the league many games this season, but quite often or not, we do let the opposition back into it. I'm just hoping that doesn't happen this game. Which, if that does happen, it's going to be very frustrating because we don't really deserve to lose this at the moment. Because I think looking at the stats, it's been fairly even. I thought we were absolutely bossing it, but we're not at the moment. It's been fairly even in terms of the stats, which I'm quite surprised about. We've had 5 shots, 2 on target. Atletico, 3 shots, 2 on target, but we've got the better XG, which doesn't really make sense at all. I guess we have scored a goal since then. I don't really understand the whole XG nonsense. So that's quite confusing, and why it's a 0.87, I do not know. Hernandez has got the ball now to Smears. Lee Chong, this is looking very positive. If we can get a second goal, that might be enough to clinch 3 points, but I don't think it will be. I think we're going to need 3 goals to really rubber stamp our lead and make sure we do get the 3 points from today's fixture. Leno has got the ball, drives into the area. He's going to shoot. He scores. He finds the bottom right corner, and he does double our advantage. We are now 2-0 up against Atletico Madrid. And just dare I say it, this might be back-to-back league wins. This could be the beginning of our resurgence in this league, because obviously we had a great start to the season where we have 4 wins and 1 defeat in the first 5 games. Since then, only about 2 wins in like 10 games. Atletico Madrid have got a goal back. I'm slightly fearful now, but hopefully we can still hold on to the lead, potentially grab a goal, 3rd goal, just to restore the 2-goal advantage. That's what I'm hoping for. We've got a lot of tired players on the pitch. Vermeeren I don't know how fit Prente is. I probably shouldn't risk him, so we're not going to bring him on. Vermeeren's going to have to stay on for the remainder of the match unless we get Prente on for the last few moments or so. Hernandez, we don't have a midfielder on the bench. That is slightly alarming because Costa Silva is injured and obviously Prente's just returning. And who's our other midfielder? Belotta, he must be injured as well. Oh no, he's lurking down there. He can come on for Hernandez. Garcia is also going to make way for Enrique Bernal. I think that'd be the only changes we should do at the moment. I'm looking down at Leno. He is very, very tired, but I kind of want to leave him as long as possible because I don't really want to get on Senor when we're just leading by 1 goal, because if we get him on, we're probably most likely going to concede an equaliser, which I don't really want. So we're going to leave it as long as possible to make any more substitutions. I think probably now is a good time. Leno is going to make way for Senor, and I think we do also get off Dervas. I think Maidman can also come on for him, and I think that will be the final changes of the game. We've got 5 minutes left to go, still just about holding on to that 1 goal advantage, but Sissoko with the ball. Can you just get the ball upfield? If you can score, that would be great, but I don't think he's going to score from there. I don't think he'll ever get a goal. He actually had a goal last season. He scored a penalty last year, but that's nothing to be afraid of. But hopefully we can just... I don't like that. That was a horrible free kick, and Moreira puts the ball into the back of the net. Is it offside? I'm hoping it is. The goal has been awarded. We were 2-0 up, and now we've completely thrown away our lead, and we might be about to throw away the draw because Sissoko has got the ball. That's a lovely kick, but Jensen does get his head onto it. And Atletico Madrid have 5 men, so even if Jensen did have a ball, he probably had no chance of scoring. And you've got to be joking. Yeah, you cannot be serious. I mean, that's got to be offside, surely, referee. Please. Are you having a laugh? We were 2-0 up. You can't throw games away like this. It's happened too often this season where we've been 2-0 up and we've thrown the game away, because that is an absolute joke. That is just, oh, I cannot believe it. I mean, the performance-wise, we did, I mean, we weren't the best, but that is just, I'm absolutely horrified. Simeon's still, I mean, the fact he's still there, he's been manager of them for 28 years. Surely it's time for him to move on, but I'm fuming with that result, because I thought the victory was wrapped up at 2-0, but no. Appears to me the squad had different ideas. So I think the next month is just going to be fun. As long as we pick up wins against the likes of Valencia, Espanyol and Almeria. Again, in fact, just win all the games in December, because I don't know if we survive this season if the form carries on the way it is, because we're not picking up wins anytime soon. So hopefully we can try and get back into some form, and I think we'll probably just come back for our final Champions League phase game, where hopefully round of 16 qualification is on the line, and that will be against Shamrock Rovers. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.